Don't wait for the right time. Make it right by showing up.
Hello everyone, my name is Water Tortoise. Welcome back, Power Rangers Omen Force, telling you guys of my story left or right kind of way. So this is chapter 4 right here, right now, and let's head to our story.
Chapter 4, Scene Future Before You Are Hand. Fortune teller was walking at the street ahead and sit his tent around before that happened. Evil monster change into beautiful women name as Carly Carmine was ready for her great taste of good customer before Stephen Smith hangs out with his sister while Haley Smith wants going first now. Haley Smith said, "What about my fortune?" Carly Carmine said, "Your fortune, it will be very interesting. First you have first love as Jeff Fisherman, but you have others right before everything weird, but I see your future still bright." Haley Smith said, "Awesome." Carly Carmine said, "Tell me of your future also, I will read your hand now." She reached her hand before it is pulling her in while darkness all round him. After that happened he was screaming out loud while enter his mind. Little Stephen said, "Hello and someone there, but where is my brother?" Carly Carmine said, "I see this is little Stephen is walking all alone without no one guide him that path, but I only see this room filled with what he been through." Little Stephen said, "My brother is gone also, I can't find him." Carly Carmine said, "Poor little boy, and I already feel bad about him." Little Stephen said, "Mom and Dad are crying something?" Little Stephen was looking over at those two parents hugging each other before he made his hand into fist of wrath started burning up ahead. Little Stephen said, "Get out my head." He was burning up a flame away. After that happened he turned back to the reality world while Carly Carmine was burning so much flaming at her skin while he is looking at you with a death stare eye. Stephen Smith said, "No one enters my mind and not get away of this life, also prepare to be killed by me." Carly Carmine said, "I am very sorry kid, plus do not hurt me." Stephen Smith grabbing at her collar before he punched her face was dropping and rolled turned back into normal monster again name as fortune teller while he will do unthinking before his four friends show of nowhere. Blue Sparrow Ranger said, "Get going now, also protect her and then come back." Stephen Smith said, "Come on Haley and let them take care of this mess, also let's go home." Haley Smith said, "Sure brother, but I have one thing to say all my life." Stephen Smith said, "Like what you talking about?" Haley Smith said, "Our brother is your freaking damn punk, also I will kill you because our big brother dead on your hands." Stephen Shadow said, "It's not my fault, also I will carry on my brother legacy." Haley Smith said, "I will show your worst nightmare being now." Haley Smith was beating up at the Stephen Smith kept punching attacking each other too many times before that happened to our fist punching our face being bleeding out so much all over it then now. Stephen Smith kicking at her knees and kick at her face get 90 degrees now. Stephen Smith said, "I need emergency 911 also my sister just twist her neck while falling down from the stairs and someone I need help now." Emergency line said, "What is your location sir?" Stephen Smith was explained for everything while ambulance being driving so much quicker ahead at these roads anyway. Stephen Smith being power up as one. Red Hawk Ranger said, "I am back into action." Red Hawk Ranger was slasher attack at those foot soldiers all over it before that happened. Black Condor Ranger being super punching attack too many times all over it ever again. Blue Sparrow Ranger said, "CMN." Yellow Owl Ranger said, "Fire way by me." Blue Sparrow Ranger said, "Firemen." Two Power Rangers when kept shooting them so much harder all over it ever again. Instead Blue Sparrow Ranger and Yellow Owl Ranger being bigger blast straight went forward at the foot soldier. White Swan Ranger said, "Be gone men," also super been gone for good all over it ever again. White Swan Ranger was shooting them all over it ever again, instead bigger explosions so much harder all over it ever again. Anyways, 5 Power Rangers meeting up with Fortune Teller in front of them. Red Hawk Ranger said blaster and fire away. 5 Power Ranger was bigger blaster straight went forward at the Fortune Teller, get some extra damage all over it ever again, then get some extra damage all over it ever again. Red Hawk Ranger said summon of Go Racer Striker now. 5 Power Rangers being holding at the Racer Striker in front of himself being fearless final energy blast straight toward ahead before big bang spill at the Fortune Teller, get some extra explosion went in bigger explode been through as get some damage at the body while Great Tomato King gets summoned that monster being going bigger into giant monster ahead. Red Hawk Ranger said Dad summon Zords now. Stan Smith said sir they are ready, also bring the test subject now, also Alpha 1 rise up away. Avery Bullock said summon now guys. 5 Bird theme Zorder moving forward into sky higher while 5 Power Ranger get their Zords after that happened. Red Hawk Ranger being going up even so 4 friends went the engine rise up until flying up into sky higher before typing code from his father send message now. Red Hawk Ranger said bring it in guys now. Blue Sparrow Ranger said you heard him. Black Condor Ranger said do it now. Yellow Owl Ranger said lock in. White Swan Ranger said command code is command is 1. Airforce Megazord with powerful sword in front of the Fortune Teller with fearless slasher down left and right slasher down before cross up went in pack extra damage at the body fallen back into huge explosion away of all meat went going goodbye forever by their teamwork as 1. Meanwhile later, Stephen Smith is walking at the hallway before he enters the room while Haley Smith doesn't remember anything before she was so confused about that area ahead. Stephen Smith was kissing your sister and saying my bad sis. She was looking at the big screen TV while laying there. Jeff Fisherman said alright lady and your visit hour is over but take care kid? Stephen Smith said you 2 men. Jeff Fisherman and check you later my dude. Outside of the hospital while he walking at the street ahead before that happened, Jack Wheeler looking over at those poster have his own father company but he always say make you best of yourself can but don't give up on your life. Bathroom of mirror. Jack Wheeler said what I have done? Purple T-Rex Ranger said you once bad guy, also your selfishness makes you turn into bad my own lifetime, also you have great pain in you with long time ago. Jack Wheeler said it was bit me and your freaking damn bastard always makes me part of you, also I did something to everyone else. He still remember about it, those freaking damn of the creature ahead all over it, then now he one was coming, also Purple T-Rex Ranger just slasher down at the Jane father, the one with company was get destroyed for good. Purple T-Rex Ranger said no one safe from me because I am supreme king of greatest son with his lifetime ago. Jack Wheeler said someone just released from my own freaking damn nightmare of my own head. Purple T-Rex Ranger said my dear boy just fight another you before prepare be your own death wish. Purple T-Rex Ranger while Jack Wheeler being holding of the power up ahead while he changed into Black Condor Ranger went ever again by us. Bad guy. Roger Shadow was very angry at his monster kept destroying before that happened. Great Tomato King being summoned, that monster name is Road Dimension in front of them. Road Traffic said time for fighting back ahead all over it ever again, been through with bad timing with great device above and pack. Roger Shadow said indeed my old friend by on earth. Road Traffic said exactly indeed. Roger Shadow said come on guys by me. Road Traffic said time for stoplight and go light ahead by my own hands ahead. He was walking at the strange cave ahead after that happened, he is gone for good while he is laughing out loud ahead between us.
tomorrow or next week I will do chapter 5, but give a like, subscribe, comment below.